Jai Srimannarayana, my dear Doyens family. Day one, so why waste time? Let's get started. I would like to bring it to you one of the most important and completely piled up issue of this colony cleanliness. Right? All of us know as of now how messy the whole colony is. So let us understand the problem in depth. What triggered this mess, and what are the temporary solutions, and what are the permanent solutions of it? If you look at all these piles, and they are mostly consists of green waste, some plastic, some glass waste. Where from they come? Does the green waste come from Gopinagar? No, from our each and every house. And some plastic and glass waste also majorly come from our homes, and sometimes these construction workers and some outsiders, right? Unfortunately, we still have so many ways in the nights. People can come and party, right? Throw their beer bottles. It is majorly happening from both sides of the faults. We are not disposing sensibly from our side, and GHMC, who are supposed to do all this cleaning work on the roads, because we are not yet a completely gated community where we are doing all the cleaning of our own. We are paying so much of tax every year to GHMC to clean our roads, right? So they are not lifting regularly, right? So we are not disposing sensibly, and GHMC is not lifting regularly. This is where the whole baseline. So now let us understand a little deeper. We can always hire some external services, spend some money, and clear the entire garbage. But what next? What is a guarantee that just in 1 month we will not recreate the same piles again? We need some permanent and sustainable solutions. So let us discuss a little more deeper. Let us come to the point of we are not disposing sensibly. Okay, what mistakes happening from us? Because before we blame others, we also need to make sure that we are doing right. So we have to collect our dry and wet waste separately and pile them separately and give it to Pochaya. Your green bucket and blue bucket, right? Forget about colors, because majority of those initial buckets given might have already spoiled. So at least use some buckets and keep them separately, which is not happening right now. And tree waste must be kept separately, so that GHMC sweepers can collect them and call Ramki van to dispose. Now, when we pile these tree waste from our compound, we are gathering them before someone else's house, right? Throwing at some common location which is in front of somebody's house, and that house resident have to suffer that all mess, because that mess is not getting cleared periodically, and that mess will be keep on flying all over the road before their house. So what is the solution? Each street have to identify one commonly agreed spot. Each street, right? We have several streets in this colony. Street wise we need to do this work, and a commonly agreed spot where everybody have no issues piling up there. And then we need to identify few street supervisors, right? Which is just us, right? From that street, where they make sure that their street is well maintained, and coordinate with GHMC staff when they come to clean the roads, make sure that they are doing their job properly. As of now, there is no coordination with GHMC staff. They will come whenever they want, and they just clean the streets. It is not that they have fault. We also understand them a little more depth of what is happening there. And another important point is, sometimes, I mean, if you really see, since last close to 10 years, there is no wet waste went out of my home, particularly when I'm talking about our vegetable peels and all that. There is a way we can definitely recycle it properly. All you need is about 4 bags. I'll show you, right, in another video which I'm capturing. Most of the us are still independent houses. You still can have this kind of garbage waste can be converted into a proper compost for your own trees. And See, in our home, we generally collect all our wet waste like this, the leftovers of the kitchen. And then I generally have my little arrangement where I have this, a thread which actually hangs from there, and I just pull it up, right? And then I dispose it. Let me show you that. Yeah, I have this interesting method where I pull this bucket up. So once I pull it up, I have my, um, these bags where this can be get recycled. So now I always have some dry sand, right, which I need to recycle, and then one of the bags I keep this, I pile up this waste, and then I put some sand on it, I mean soil on it, so that it will pile up in a week or two, right, and then it will become fantastic compost in a month. Like that, I'll keep on recycling my wet waste, which is from my home, and these bags are helping me to put a wonderful garden like this on my terrace, right? You can also do the same if you wish to. Thank you. Let us come back to the problem. We also need to streamline the payment to Pochaya, as it is a long due discussion about he is not lifting regularly to, we are not ready to pay even 100 rupees per month to him from each houses. So both sides there is an issue. So this needs to be deliberated and streamlined. Streamlining can be like, collect from each house or from our regular monthly bills and then pay it to him. But there are some other small problems associated with it. It can make our income, I mean, it shows as an income into our accounts, and it can exceed our IT bracket. There is some issue. We still need to deliberate it properly and then see what best mechanism we can figure out. Now GHMC is not lifting regularly. Let us come to this problem. This is a biggest issue which we need to understand deeply. We have Madam Aruna. I spoke to her multiple times now, who is one of the Dwakra sweeping team, works on contract basis with the GHMC. ఓకే, కాలనీ వాళ్ళందరికీ తెలియాల్సింది ఏంటంటే మనకి జిహెచ్ఎంసీ తరపు నుంచి మేడం అరుణ గారు అండ్ వాళ్ళ టీం రఫ్లీ ఒక 7 పీపుల్ వరకు వస్తారు మనకి రెగ్యులర్గా. ఎర్లీ మార్నింగ్ 5 o'clock కల్లా మనకి కాలనీకి వస్తారు. అండ్ కాలనీ తర్వాత మన కాలనీ బయట ఉన్న రోడ్లు అండ్ కాలనీ లోపల ఉన్న మెయిన్ స్ట్రీట్స్ అన్నీ కూడా రెగ్యులర్గా క్లీన్ చేయడం వాళ్ళ బాధ్యత. వాళ్ళు ఏంటంటే మొత్తం కాలనీ అంతా ఒకేసారి అవ్వదు కాబట్టి అంచెలంచెలుగా చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్తారు. ఆల్మోస్ట్ వీక్లీ ఒక సందులోకి వెళ్ళాలంటే వీక్లీ అంతమ్మా వీక్లీ ఒకసారి అవుతుందా? సో వీక్లీ ఒకసారి చెత్త ఎక్కువ ఉండడం వల్ల ఒకసారి అవుతుంది వాళ్ళకి. సో యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నో దిస్ ఈస్ ద ప్రాసెస్, దిస్ ఈస్ హౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ హ్యాపెనింగ్. అండ్ వీళ్ళకి ఏంటంటే కాలనీ అంతా కూడా ఎక్కడెక్కడ తుక్కు పెడతారు, పెట్టిన దాన్ని రామ్కి వచ్చి తీసుకెళ్ళాలి. రామ్కి బళ్ళు ఏంటంటే ప్రస్తుతానికి దాంతో అది రావట్లేదు. వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తున్నారంటే మన కంప్లైంట్ పెడితేనే వస్తున్నారు, వచ్చే క్లియర్ చేస్తున్నారు. ఓకే, మళ్ళీ ఇంకోసారి కృష్ణరాజు గారితో కూడా మాట్లాడి అసలు ఏం జరుగుతుందో ప్రాసెస్ చూద్దాము. దాన్ని బట్టి వీ హ్యావ్ టు టేక్ సమ్ డెసిషన్స్ లైక్ ఏం చేస్తే బాగుంటుంది అన్నది. షీ అండ్ హెర్ 5 to 7 people come to our colony every day at 5 a.m. and they clean our streets and roads outside our colony also. With 5 to 7 people staff, they are not covering entire colony every day. So, but are able to cover the colony only once in a week time. What does it mean? They come to your street only once in a week. Now, after they pile up, right, even after weekly once, someone from EC or the contractor Krishnam Raju, who is appointed for us, who also take care of several other colonies along with us, so around have to raise a request or a complaint on the app so that Ramki vehicle will come and dispose it. Ideally, it should have been a periodically, Ramki should have been came without this compliance and request, ideally. This is another major issue where it might have triggered because of the change of government or change of responsibility handed over to Ramki. Somewhere it triggered and it is not working well from GHMC. Right? They are piling up the garbage too much. Now, what do we do? Right? As I said, one time we can always clean up everything at once. But so some amount of work and streamlining the process within us, the colony and GHMC, and we definitely need a strong subcommittee who can work on this because it's a daily thing. It is not going to be a one-time event where you fix once and forget about it. It's a everyday thing, because every day this wet and dry waste comes from our homes and they need to be disposed properly. So I'm initiating a WhatsApp group as of now, where anyone who is keen to solve this issue, who can contribute, please join. And responsibilities are going to be like, we are going to come forward for some meetings, have some deliberations, get some ideas on board, and make sure you become the street supervisor, and coordinate with GHMC to make sure our colony is clean and green. If we can have one or two strong street supervisors who can literally can stand and work together, this colony entirely can be very clean and green. This team can come with proposals and ideas where we can have our own in-house garbage disposals, and also we can have our own staff like gardeners and sweepers who can do this cleaning and making the greenery of this colony come alive. That also possible. So this subcommittee will have one of our EC, and of course owners and some tenants absolutely welcome who are interested to participate. Please join and let us work together. Jai Srimannarayana.